Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Smooth Cat, Colossal Boxing Talk. You guys know how it go, and we're here tonight to talk about the events that just happened. Introduce yourselves, fellas.
What up, everybody? I'm John JG. John G. A little pissed off right now. I can't wait to get on this show. The topics we're gonna talk about. Trust me.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's been cool. Didn't see the fights, but definitely interested in seeing, getting the, thoughts of my colleagues on what happened tonight, and look forward to watching the fights later on tonight. So, you know, it's good
Oh,
stuff.
okay. All right. First and foremost, we're gonna start with the opening bout: Hank Lundy versus Tomas Delorme. And whew, I mean, how do I start? Honestly, like I say, I mean, don't get me wrong. Delorme, he came out early, and he looked good early. He was very impressive. He scored an early knockdown, and he basically he was keeping Lundy where he wanted Lundy to be successful. But that fight started to change. It started to change dramatically because Lundy started walking him down, and in my eyes, I mean, I honestly feel that Lundy not only did enough to win, I felt Lundy won that fight, and I felt that judge who scored that fight 97-92, you need to fucking quit. Plain and simple. You do not need to call boxing no more. That should be the last fight you call. And also the guy on HBO, Weisfeld, that is one of the biggest fucking casuals I've ever seen. Dude, he's horrible. I don't know what the hell he was looking at all night long. He's I can honestly see he's the type of guy. If you're a big puncher and you throwing punches, he feels you're winning the fight. You can land six punches, but three of them were hard, and he'll give you the round to a guy who landed 24 shots. Who landed 24 shots and I don't know. That was crazy. Go JG. What's your thoughts on the Lundy fight?
Hey, look, 97, 92. Look, we gotta call out all of the BS we've been seeing. Now, Miguel, he's not on the show right now, but what we were talking about is how we, as Colossal Boxing, need to make it a point to call out all the BS in boxing. All of the boxers that are pretty much fighting these cherry picked guys, these judges that are having these bogus cards like 97, 92, and we got to call out these bogus HBO people,
Commentating.
or
Oh my
not
god.
even just HBO people, but commentators that have an agenda that they want to push. All right,
Yes,
look, this fight right here was a close fight, but Hank Lundy, I thought edged that fight out. I mean,
I agree.
here's the thing. All right, and we're gonna talk about this a little later, but Weisfeld, that same guy, gave credit to Lemieux later on that he wasn't giving to Lundy because
Right.
both of them walked the guys
Walk the
down.
opponent down. Exactly.
But the difference is Delorme wasn't throwing shots back like
Rosado
Rosado
was.
was. So you can tell, and you can tell by the commentary where you can listen to Max Kellerman. Yes, Max Kellerman is a casual right now, but you can hear where they were pushing their agendas, where a round would be clearly Lundy's round, and you would
Yep.
not hear Jim Lampley say anything at the end of it. But
Exactly.
when Delorme had a good round, you would hear another round for Delorme. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like little subtle stuff like that. And Andre Ward is trying to keep the peace,
Yep.
but at some point somebody got to step in and call this foolery, man. And
Better words. Somebody got to pull a Roy Jones Jr. on them. Like I
exactly.
Roy who was that? I think that was Jim, not Jim Lampley. What's the other guy? Larry Merchant. How he got Larry Merchant that day. Merchant was like, oh well, this is this. He was like, no, 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 Larry, it's this and that. No, I know how to call fights. He said, obviously you don't know how to call fights if you sitting there talking about you saw this, and that's exactly what boxing needs. That they need somebody to stop this because, like you say, this whole entire card, you can tell who HBO wanted to win every fight. You can tell. It was
Absolutely.
blatantly obvious.
Yeah, it was really bad tonight. And I mean, the most casual statement of the night was from Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman said that in all of his years of watching boxing or watching people call fights, Jim Lampley was the best he's ever seen.
Oh
Are you
man,
serious, Kellerman? Did you
that was
really
so
just
damn
put him?
disrespectful.
Did you really put him above Cosell? And like you said, Mike, did you really put him above
Bernstein,
Bernstein? Like,
exactly.
come on, dude. This has got to stop. Somebody, like, come on, fans. We got to do something about this. Like, HBO is making a mockery of this sport, man. They really are.
Yes, and you know what? I can't lie. I was very excited about this card, but I mean, the way this played out, this was atrocious. This card returned from being something looking special to an abysmal card.
And I don't know if you guys remember when we were having our pre-fight discussion, and we were predicting the fight. I don't know if you guys remember where I said I thought Lundy was going to win the fight,
Right.
but I thought they
Yep.
were going to take it away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Yeah,
going to be
I
a
asked
split
you that.
decision.
Yeah, I asked you that, John. I was like, you think Delorme gonna win? You was like, nah, I think he gonna win, but he gonna win by robbery. So, I definitely remember you saying that, but it's unfortunate, man. I haven't seen the fights yet, but I hate to see any fighter, man. Don't matter if I root for you or not, work hard and then, get screwed by judges. That's simple job is to, you know, score the fight the right way, and it's just sad, man, for the fighters.
Like, all right, one of the scores was 97-92, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And Lundy's walking him down the last 6 rounds of the fight. In round 4, Barry Hunter got in his ass,
He
told
did.
him, you know what I'm saying, if you want to quit, we can just call it right now. And from then on, he walked him down the entire fight. Now, if you could tell me after that moment on that you found a 5-point cushion, I can tell you don't know shit about boxing. Straight
Exactly.
up.
I agree. You don't know a damn thing about boxing.
Hey, can I jump in real quick?
Absolutely.
I heard they said Delorme was running. I don't know if he was running, but they said he was running in this fight. I know that I read from Dan Rayfield, who I gotta unfollow him when it comes to calling, scoring fights, man. Cause dude, I swear, he was describing Delorme winning like he was just, he had it 96, 93, at the, his final scorecard, but he was just saying that, you know, Lundy wasn't capitalizing on chances he had. I don't know if that's true or not. Y'all can chime in, but I heard that Delorme was running. I don't know how true that is though.
Well, you know what? I won't necessarily call it running, but I mean he was on the move, and the reason why he was on the move because early on in the fight he was setting the tone. He
Hmm.
he
Yeah, he sure was.
he,
He was coming
he,
forward.
he was the one being was on the attack, but once Lundy turned it around and started getting physical, it's like Delorme was like, "Oh man, I wasn't ready for this," and Delorme was starting to gas too.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
it was
another
more.
question: What? Why? Hey, my bad. But why? I thought these fight. I don't know why. I know they wasn't for titles, but I at least thought the Lundy Delorme card. I mean, fight was gonna be 12 rounds. After Dan Rayfield was like, that's the end of the 10th, and we going to the scorecard. I was like, damn. I thought it was gonna be 12. I think all fights should be 12 rounds, man. I don't like the 10 round. At least when you get to a certain level, I don't like the 10 round fights
I
for
agree.
experienced veterans and guys that's trying to, fight for a title. That 10 round stuff just leaves more to be desired, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. But I think for in order for HBO to probably be able to add all three of these guys for a network event, they had to make 2 10-rounders and then have the 12-rounder at the end. If this would have been a pay-per-view, it might have been a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get a fans bang for your buck. Since this is on network TV, you don't really have any championships up for grabs. That's probably why they were 10-rounders.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely understand that, but it just I don't know. I can't wait to see the fights, man. Cause like I said, I was rooting for Lundy, man. He one of my favorite fighters before I even started, the CBT thing. I mean, well, we
Yeah.
started the CBT thing. He was one of my favorite fighters. I know Mike, you was a fan of him as well. So I hate to see people constantly get robbed, man, and he gonna be looked at like, well, he failed again on the big stage, and
And you
you
know
know,
what? The even more tripped out part about the whole situation is I'm a Delorme fan as well, but I mean there is I mean, see, you know what? This is the reason here why I want an opportunity where I can, if I could talk with Max Kellerman or Jim Lampley, I want to talk with them, and I actually want to have it on the air. I mean, where we talking like I we're talking here,
we'll
because
get him.
I want them to explain to me how in the hell, was David Lemieux dominating the fight he was in, but Hank Lundy was losing?
Dude, man, Dan
It
Rayfield,
doesn't
How?
make
yeah.
sense.
Dude, I
How?
gotta talk to Dan. I gotta talk to Dan Rayfield too, because he didn't have at the time of the stoppage. He had Lemieux up, clean. He didn't give no. His scoring is horrible, man. Dan Rayfield, I ain't gonna say, man, he just remind me of some people I know that just don't seem to be a real true fan of. I mean, of the sport, a true fan, but not a knowledgeable fan, man. He come off casual as hell. He a fanboy, man. He a fanboy, and I respect what he gets the news and all that, but when it come to breaking down a fight or giving insight, man, I'd rather listen to my girlfriend talk about boxing than him, because he don't. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
And here's the thing, man. It's like he must have been listening to, like, him and Weisfeld must have been watching the fight together or something.
Right.
And you know what? The thing is, I like Dan Rayfield because Dan Rayfield's from Northern Virginia. That's where I'm from. But that don't mean that you know how to break down a fight. So, normally I support my Virginia people, but in this case, I don't know what the hell he was watching either.
Man, he was at the fight. He was at the fight too.
Maybe that has something to do with it. You know what, Mike? Maybe at the fight it looks totally different than what we're seeing. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know.
he did tweet that Lemieux's punches were really powerful. You can tell, you know what I'm saying.
They
So
were. They were.
maybe that's what he was
He,
seeing.
he's landing some authoritative shots.
And then I guess him
landed some
being
shots.
there, makes it sway. You just hear it live and close, like, damn,
Mhm.
he getting. So maybe that is, but I just can't give him a pass for that because his scoring is horrible, dude. If he's not scoring a Pacquiao or Mayweather, no, if he's not scoring a Mayweather fight, he has trouble scoring fights, dude. Because he fights I be having fights scoring different from him, and I be like, damn, is he watching the same fight I'm watching? Because I don't know, man. He just
You, you know what I think it is sometimes? I think that, like, all right, there were a couple of rounds where Gabe just outboxed him the whole round, and like, the only action was Gabe, like, you know what I'm saying, jabbing, sneaking in a couple of right hands or whatnot, a couple of uppercuts, and they're so accustomed to what Lemieux did like a round ago that they still mesmerized by what he did in that round. He could have took this round off and they still gave it to him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what was happening. Like, he might have had a really good round in round one, let's say, and in round two he's getting outboxed for the whole 2 minutes and I guess 55 seconds, and in 5 seconds he lands one big shot and they give him that round.
Right.
And that's not right. That's not how you score a fight.
That is not how you score a fight at all. Like you say, if we look at the book, they say you score fights off of ring generalship,
effective aggressiveness.
effective aggressiveness, and whose pace the fight is at. You cannot tell me that fight was going in Lemieux's pace. Lemieux is he's a quick pace guy in the early rounds. He's what I call he's a front gunner is what I call it. A front runner. There you go. Front runner.
Yeah. Definitely. I can
And,
definitely see that.
but you know what? Like I say, overall, I feel that Hank Lundy should have got the win. He didn't get the win. Congratulations to Delorme, but I mean, I feel Hank Lundy beat him.
I don't think Delorme gonna ever reach his potential, man. Because he just seems so. It just seemed that when he get up against somebody that's
same height. You know, their reach advantage is not going to be as much of a factor as it was against Mayfield and Lundy, man. And man, man, he a talented dude, but man, he's so scary, man. And then like he gonna end up getting blackballed out of not say boxing, but off of HBO because his style is so unappealing. It's at times, and he still just lacks the confidence, man.
Honestly, HBO loves Delorme. Honestly,
They love that dude.
they love
I
him.
I couldn't tell you different. I mean,
Why?
yeah.
But they should love all fighters, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know, though. I just don't know. HBO
Well, I mean,
sometimes.
It, it, it,
I mean,
it's a lot of complexity with the reason why they like certain fighters and why they don't like other fighters. But but to kind of go to the next topic, let's talk about the only fight, in my opinion, that I say, hey, there was no foul play.
yeah.
It was
This
foul.
was
It
a
was
clean
foul,
fight.
but
It was foul, but it was
it
only
wasn't foul in a
foul for
dirty
De La
way.
Rosa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
it was
man,
foul because De La Rosa got dropped with a jab, that strong ass jab. It
I
was
seen it too. I seen it. I was like, damn.
I ain't never seen a jab to make your legs buckle. Took his
I,
legs right up under him.
you know what? Now when you said that, because I think we was in the messages talking with that. Now when you said that, I meant to remind you about the what's his name, um, Klitschko trainer now. I'm looking at. I just can't think of
Jonathan
his name.
Banks. Jonathan Banks.
Jonathan Banks wobbled Seth Mitchell with a jab just like that.
Yep. Yep.
Had
Ugly
him
fight.
dead.
But did he take him off his feet though?
Nah, he ain't take him off
No.
his feet, but he.
His feet
That's
ain't
saying a
come
lot.
from
You
up
gotta
under him.
Yeah, you gotta give credit to Seth Mitchell, one of the weakest chins. He didn't get knocked out by a jab, so salute to him for that.
No man.
Not disrespecting James De La Rosa though. I'm not disrespecting James De La Rosa. You know that didn't come off right. You know,
No, you,
y'all know what I mean, man. Y'all know what I mean, man. Y'all know what I mean. I ain't
most
disrespecting
of,
James, man.
no, but you know what though? I'll say this. It's like the crazy part about that fight. That's like me and JG, we were talking and we was like De La Rosa was starting. He was starting to impose himself in the fight, and then boom.
Boom,
Lights out.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it looked like Manny Pacquiao almost.
Yeah, it
Except
did.
he got up at the end.
Yeah. He was getting up. That was the only difference.
He landed
Like
straight on
damn,
his
when I
face.
seen it though, when I seen it, I was like, damn. It's like he leaned right into it too, because
He
he
did.
was already
He
he
walked
was
into
already
it.
crouched over. You know, he was already crouched over. You know what I'm saying, out of position. You know, to be effective on the offensive end, but man, dude just stepped back, stepped to the side, and just created enough space, and it was just De La Rosa just dropped like a sack of potatoes, man. I was like, damn, I was
Hey,
so wrong about this fight.
I think we was all wrong on that one. But I'll say this.
Yeah, we were wrong.
I'll say this. But man, you talking about the Pacquiao? Now he landed like Pacquiao, but that punch looked like what Sergio Martinez hit Paul
Yeah,
Williams with.
dude, that's what I thought about Mike when as soon as I seen it, I was like, damn, he hit it because he's kind of slumped over like Paul Williams did, but it
Yeah, he
wasn't as
did.
vicious because Paul Williams was like,
He
you
was
know what I'm
out.
saying?
He was out.
But here's
He,
the thing. I think the ref, right? The ref stopped it immediately. But
yeah,
I felt he could have got up. Like
I
the
do
way
too.
I think he
I
could have
did
got up.
too.
He just I don't think that he got him all with the whole punch. Like I think that it was hard, don't get me wrong, but it lets me know that like from what I saw from the punch was that he got hit, right? He was like, oh, okay, I got hit. And he didn't realize his equilibrium was
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah,
And
because you
it
see,
just fell forward.
because it was kind of a delay one before he fell. You know what I'm saying? Because he had got hit and then he like slumped a little bit and then he
Exactly.
went over. It's not like it wasn't like it was just like Manny Pacquiao and Paul Williams. So it was like okay, he just lost his legs just went from under. He probably could have got up, but you got to go back to the drawing board, man. And referees really don't know what to do in that. He kind of probably saved him from himself.
I probably would have if I'm a referee, I probably would have called it too. But because
Yeah, because
I mean you can't I mean he fell straight on his face. So
yeah,
I
he
mean what do you
did.
do?
I
yeah,
mean,
so you really
man,
don't know.
Like we say, James De La Rosa is definitely a friend of the show, but that was brutal. That was
And he still
nasty.
got a. I still think he got a bright future, man. He just made a
I
mistake,
agree.
man. He just made a mistake, and he owned up to it, man, on Facebook a few minutes
Yeah.
ago, man. And
Hey, hey, hey,
he a stand up guy.
I sure told him. I told him, man, hey, keep your head up. Hey, God finds a way to give his strongest warriors the sternest test. So keep your head up. It's a test. Do your thing. Come back stronger than ever. Come back better than ever. Hey, I would like to see those two fight again.
I
I
was
would
just about to
too.
say that,
It was a really good fight.
Yeah.
and I don't think it's a fight that he need to take a tune up. You know what I'm saying? I think he just because, like I said, it wasn't one of those. Damn, he need to take a couple tune ups. It was just he got knocked out. It was a delay reaction, and
Yeah.
it got him. But I think he can bounce back and fight him. 4 or 5 months down the line and try to right their wrong.
I agree. I definitely agree. But what I will say is, but not to take away from Hugo Centeno. So congratulations to Hugo Centeno. And now, if you were managing Hugo Centeno, what would be your next move for him to take?
Who, me or well,
Either guy.
well, I seen. Like I said, I seen the knockout. I haven't seen like how he performed, but he looked from what I'm saying, he looked like he might be a little slickster, little rough guy to fight with. Got a little more strength to him than he appears. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because going in this fight, I didn't think he wasn't a knockout puncher, was he? Or was he at decent power?
He got decent to good power.
Okay. Well, let's see. Who could he? Maybe you want to match him up with James Kirkland. I don't know. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
no. Hell
You
I'm
no.
know,
just.
I'm gonna tell you this here. You are fired immediately. Trying to get
He's gonna
that.
get killed. Look, take that rematch. I think he should take the rematch with De La Rosa.
I agree.
Honestly, he's not ready for the top guys. Neither one of
Or
them
maybe
two are ready for
Molina.
the top guys.
Maybe Carlos Molina.
You know what, Carlos Molina,
Maybe.
his last fight, he looked horrible against K9. K9
I
dog
would say,
walked him with no fun intended.
whoa.
That's why I said it. That's why I said he can potentially face Molina. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying. So that's a good fight for him. Not a big puncher. A rough guy to fight, but that's somebody he can. I guess I don't know, man. The 154 division is deep, man. It's hard. It's hard out there to get a victory.
He's at 160 now. He can't make one.
Oh,
Centeno can't make 154.
well, damn, shit. I don't know who's gonna fight at 160 because it's tough up there too.
Jalen Love. He
Maybe.
said, no. Jalen Love is what, 168?
Yeah, 168.
Yeah. Still, fight Jalen Love.
I haven't heard that name in a minute, man. I haven't heard that name in a minute. I'm gonna have to go watch his fight, man.
match up with one of the TMT guys, because none of them. Find one at 160, a TMT guy. Fight him.
He might can fight. He might can fight. Damn, man, I don't know who he can fight for real. Shit. That's.
If it was me, the first guy I would give him is I would call I can't think of the promoter name. I think Eddie Hearn got Matthew Macklin. I will try to get Matthew Macklin. That would be the first fight. I would go for Hugo Santana. I would try to get a Macklin.
No,
What about? Yeah, you don't think he'd be ready for Billy Joe Saunders?
I think that's a step in the wrong direction. I'm not trying to diss Billy Joe Saunders, but I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is.
Well, he got the win. He got the win over Eubank though, so
yeah,
it counts for something. I guess.
True.
Here's one, and it's gonna sound ridiculous, but you'll get where I'm going with this. What if he tried to fight somebody who's in need of a win, somebody who just got dogged in front of everybody after talking so much trash for the biggest?
Sergio Martinez?
Yes.
Hey.
Oh well.
He might be catching him at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And then look at it like this: if Centeno beat him, That's a career changing victory.
It is.
Yeah. Or he could. Well, Andy Lee got a fight coming up. I was about to say Andy Lee, but I don't know. Andy Lee might be a little bit too. You know.
Hey,
Yeah, you know.
like I say, hey, Centeno is, hey, he definitely surprised me. I'm not gonna tell a lie. I can truly say I overly, I wrongly assessed him. I judged him off of what I was seeing Julian Williams do to him, and she shocked me tonight. I can't tell a lie. So congratulations to him.
Hey, but hey, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
congratulations. But James De La Rosa can come back and fight Molina, man. You know that's a good fight. You know what I'm saying, for him to bounce back. You know, a guy that's not the biggest puncher. You know what I'm saying. And he go back to
Right.
his natural weight. I think 150. I think 160 is just too big for him right now.
Yeah, it could. You know what? It was some discrepancies during that fight because Jim Lampley came out and said that James De La Rosa win over Angulo was nothing, and he didn't even deserve to win that fight.
What?
And
Who said that?
Jim Lampley said that.
He said that De La Rosa didn't deserve to win the fight.
Yeah, he said because De La Rosa fought a shell of Angulo.
Well,
Man, I
I
swear,
thought that was, I thought
I'm done with Jim Lampley.
it was Max Kellerman too, because he said, did he fight real Angulo or Shell? And your boy came out straight up and was a Shell.
Yeah, he
Dude,
did.
Max Kellerman.
dude, man, I swear, if I get to interview these two dudes, man. First, I got a bone. I ain't even gonna go into detail. I got a bone with Jim Lampley, but he definitely gonna have to see me one of these days on this interview because he get to popping off at the mouth a little too much for me. With his favoritism and speaking when he needs to just hold his tongue on certain situations. If y'all get my drift, you know,
Right.
he just need to he really just need to shut up and try to work on being unbiased when calling these fights because I really don't like Jim Lampley like that. Oh
But
man. Oh.
all right, y'all. But to get to the good old main event of the evening, JG, I'll let you start this.
Look, I already told you. I already told everybody who's going to listen to this how I felt about how HBO and Weisfeld or whoever, Dan Rayfeld. I felt about them in this. I thought that Rosado was up in this fight. I had Rosado up by 2 rounds. If anybody wants to see my scorecard, I'll send it to you personally. I had him up going into this round. Yeah, Lemieux was winning the round before it got stopped. And maybe I'm not so mad at the referee, you know what I'm saying? But the doctors, I've never seen a doctor come up on the apron like that and stop a fight the way that fight was stopped. Never seen that before.
Not only that, but now, this is another reason why I expect a foul play. If you go back and look at Ruslan Provodnikov versus Chris Algieri, you cannot tell me Chris Algieri eye was not worse than that.
It was worse than that.
And the doctor did not get up there, damn near not one time to do all that. That doctor, that every round they wanted to test Gabriel Rosado. I've never seen nothing like that happen. And that's like I told you. I said, watch this. I said, as soon as Lemieux starts to tire down, watch the ring doctor come up with a way to bail him out.
Yeah. So, something was funny. The money was funny tonight.
Yeah.
And Weisfeld had your boy up 88-82 at that point. I'm like, what fight are you watching?
I don't know what the hell he was watching. Like you say, I had Rosado about, I think it was I had him on about 2 points if I'm exact.
Remember y'all. Now I know, like we discussed. I remember, this is live right at the fight, man. Y'all know we got sleep on. Y'all got to sleep on it and watch it again. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably gonna stick to what y'all saying, but just remember, don't you know what I'm saying? Because y'all might change your mind when you go back to watch it again. So
man, look, I ain't changing my mind on nothing. I know what I saw. Plainly, I know exactly what I saw. I was wide awake. not intoxicated
No,
by.
I'm not. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that you intoxicated. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe like you said, the whole card was horrible, other than the middle fight. So you might have been still, like damn Lundy, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all gonna feel the same way, but just because John looking a little tired over there, like damn, he might need to go watch the fight again just to, double back. But I definitely, take y'all word as it was a misleading scorecard from
Oh,
Weisfield.
I definitely agree with you. But see, the thing is I might feel a little bit different tomorrow if the rounds were a little bit closer.
Right.
I felt that they were cut and dry in the Lemieux and Rosado
Rosado
case.
fight.
Okay,
Exactly. Now
okay, okay, okay.
The Lundy fight could be a little different because those rounds were really close. But so I mean that one might change. But what I'm saying is there was an inconsistency here because Lundy was doing the exact same
Same
thing
thing that
that
Lemieux
Lemieux
was
was
doing.
doing. The only difference is Lemieux had sexy power and Lundy didn't.
Not
So
only that, but that's like Rosado was actually fighting back. Delorme was basically with like one or two pity pass shots, and they talk about Delorme wins another round. How?
and there were times Rosado had Lemieux hurt
Yep.
too, and backing him, and we thought your boy was fading. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It was a lot more competitive than they gave it credit for. I'll put it that way.
I
I
agree.
know that's not going to
It
change.
sound like it sound like Andre Ward was the only good guy on the telecast tonight.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna say it like this because it's been a few times I've been kind of skeptical of Andre Ward on his calls as well. But I'll say Andre Ward, I mean he was calling that. He was actually calling it how he saw it tonight. Now the other guys, their agenda was Jim Lampley and Kellerman. Their agenda was okay. The big puncher throws a shot. Okay, hey, mark that down. He won that round. He landed that one hard shot. He won that round. Did you hear me?
Yeah,
He won. That's what I got all night long. It was like if
yeah, it was like that.
it
And,
was
and
the night of the big puncher is what I call this.
But that's why I think Andre Ward excelled. Like I think he got a tremendous upside as being a not along with being a great fighter as well as a commentator. I just think that he might need to. I don't know, man. Lampley not going nowhere, but I think you should at least have two fighters. Excuse me. I think you at least should have a trainer or a trainer fighter in either Lampley or what's the boy name Kellerman on the
Kellerman,
card because you get it from a different angle. You got Lampley from the spectator view of whatever he approaches it. You got Ward as the boxer or whoever Roy is as the boxer. Then you got who a trainer? You have Emmanuel Stewart, but somebody that can look at it from a different way. Two color
Roy is the
come,
I,
trainer.
I was
but
about to
I'm saying,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I was going to
Now go ahead,
say
John.
when you just brought up Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. It's been
Hmm.
downhill ever since because see, he was the guy that kept them, you know what I'm
In
saying,
line.
at bay. Exactly. Yeah, he kept them in line. There was really no agendas being pushed like that. And Lennox Lewis, I thought was a good one too.
Yeah.
And you see
Yeah,
how
he
they
just
got
was
him up
like,
out of there.
yeah. He was good. Of course, Roy's good. Roy, I love listening to Roy call it. Sometimes he come off that he come off. He can say some stuff that I'm like, whoa, Roy, what you talking about? But for the most part, and for Ward too, Ward called it like when he was calling the Provodnikov Algieri fight. He was the one saying, you know what? Don't be surprised if the fight goes to Algieri, because he's starting to affect Provodnikov
Exactly.
um in
And,
the
and,
fight. So he was right on.
and if you look at that, you can see Weisfeld had that score. What did he have? Like
Man, he had it a
10
white. He
rounds,
had it
10
horribly.
rounds to
He,
2 or something like that. I'm like, dude, what the hell were you? What are you watching? I mean,
some people got it, some people don't.
dude, I don't know what to say about Weisfeld, but I can say like this: if Weisfeld, I'm happy he's not a judge because I know it's a lot of pure boxers out there who will literally hate that man
Well,
He
because
well,
used to be one. He used to be a judge.
Well, I can tell because I mean, if I'm looking at the Lundy card, and I hate to go back to this Lundy, but 97, 92,
Man,
you got people out there that are worse than that. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I don't know. It's nerve wracking, man. Like when you
John,
watch.
I've never seen you this flustered if doing a hangout or anything. John is just like frustrated and just
No,
dude,
it was
God.
bad. It was
it was
bad tonight.
horrible. It was horrible, man.
Hey man, I got me. I want to watch the fights, but damn, I don't like to tune in to see see horrible stuff. So I probably be like that along with y'all sometime tomorrow morning. Like, damn man, I just watched two fighters go at it and just the judges just slowly took their soul, and they didn't know their soul was being taken until they heard the final damn scorecards. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's
know
like,
what? Hey, I'll say like this. Okay, that's like if you looked at the Lundy decision. If you saw right before they announced the 97-92 card, if you look at Lundy, might feel like he was like, here we go again.
Yep.
It's exactly what he said. Here we go again. Soon as he heard that card, because he had to look like, yeah, they ain't gonna give it to me.
Yo,
But
when I saw 97, 92, I was like, yo, where's Sam Watson at? They paid somebody. But then they was like, oh,
man,
Al Heyman ain't messing with HBO, so it ain't just Al Heyman. So they got to stop. So people got to stop with that too. You know what I'm saying? With the whole political Al Heyman, they're the only ones fixing fights, or
right.
De La Hoya, because neither one of them were there, and that crap still happened.
De La Hoya people was there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but
yeah,
De La
okay,
Hoya didn't
yeah,
have it. But De La Hoya didn't have a dog in the race between Lundy or Delorme. So you really don't know if what would he gain for. I guess
yeah,
he
true.
back working with top rank. So maybe what I'm saying. I don't know. You always got to think when it comes to them too, because he loved Bob Aaron. So maybe he will. But I don't think he had none. I don't think Oscar's that type of dude. You know what I'm saying to
What
have
would have
somebody
what would have
do
had to
that.
gain? He wouldn't have had nothing to gain from that fight right there.
Right. But his fighters were Centeno and De La Rosa.
And Lemieux, right? Lemieux
Yeah,
sound like a
yeah,
one,
yeah.
and Gabe, right?
No. Gabe is not Lemieux.
I think Lemieux was on a one time or like got options or something like that,
I think
or a
Lemieux
one time fight.
is with top rank or something.
He
If I'm
was a free
mistaken.
agent. I thought Gabe was a free agent.
No. Yeah. I think Gabe had a contract with Golden Boy.
Okay.
I think Lemieux is too. I had to look that up, but I think Lemieux was like on a one fight, whatever with Golden Boy with options maybe. So I don't know yet, but I think that's what I read.
Okay.
But both Philly fighters got screwed. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's partly what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we're gonna have these tough Philly fighters on this card, but we got to make sure that they don't win.
Yep.
They just got to put up a good fight. I hate that though, man. Like we gotta, like man, I believe we gonna break so many barriers when it come down to just exposing, frauds, cheats, all these people, con art, everybody that's bad in boxing they gonna have to go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just killing the sports, slowly, and we already got enough problems. We got fights not being made. We got all kind of things, and we don't need bad judging. It take me back to the Arizona Lara, excuse me, I'm sorry, Mike, Lara fight. I mean, Smooth Cat when he fought Paul Williams. That shit was atrocious, man. When I heard them scorecards,
No. You know
it
what?
just man.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and I respect the hell out of Paul Williams, but he had me laughing. He had me laughing so hard when he said, "Oh well, I guess body work don't count for nothing."
That's my boy, but when he,
Soon as
dude,
he
that's my
said,
boy, man.
soon as he said that, yeah, I could. Hey, like I say, Paul, hey, you know you one of my favorite fighters, but man, you had me rolling with that one.
Yeah, we just got to call it out. It is. That was for. I was like, yeah, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, fighters say the funniest things at the fights, man.
Oh man, Hey,
Man, that's just
it was just funny because they was like trying to get him to admit he lost. They was like, yeah, Paul.
yeah.
So I mean, did you really think you were effective enough to win? He was like, yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, I was working the body, so I guess body punches on the mountain. No more, man.
Shut up, Smooth, man. That shit. Shut up, man. That shit funny.
Oh man,
Oh,
I couldn't help myself, man. Hey, I'm trying not to laugh hard right now, but man, that was funny. That was hilarious.
hey, it's like they always try to get fighters, especially him though. You know, especially that post fight interview. Then when he got knocked out by Martinez, they tried to get him like to seem to make excuses and whatever. He was kind of
Right.
upset. He was like, "That's just the way the cookie crumble." You know what I'm saying? He never really
Yeah.
made excuses in his career, but Max Kellerman tried to get him to go there. Like, what was
Hmm.
it that you know that? What was it that just stop. Max Kellerman good at doing that shit, man.
But like I say, overall, man, this card here was very very frustrating, very frustrating. And I mean, to kind of look at to the end of this week, at this card that's coming, these two cards that are coming up. I mean, man, if this is what we got to expect from the HBO card, this biasness and stuff, then I'm not even gonna look at Bradley Chavez if that's the case.
You gotta look at it with it on mute, man. You gotta watch it with on and it's hard watching some on mute. But if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do because
Right.
Bradley and Chavez and all the fighters on there. It's not their fault that they got biased people. You know what I'm saying, calling the fights and judges that don't. You know what I'm saying. So you gotta just, I guess, watch it with the volume down
Hey,
and
hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I do with a lot of like with fights that I'm interested in, especially when I don't want to hear the commentators, the HBO or the Showtime guy. When I don't want to hear them, I'll sit there. If I do stream it, I'll stream it with on the language that I can't understand, so I can have a reason to mute
Well, that's kind of why I like Box Nation because they're so
it.
annoying that I don't listen to
Yeah.
them. And it's not like they're saying bad stuff, but it's like the accent like makes it sound a lot. It sounds more non-biased than the crap we hear from these people
Right.
that speak our language.
Yep.
the only time Box Nation gives me a problem is when they got a fighter they're from or their own, on the card. I swear, when I watched the Terrence Crawford Ricky Burns fight, man, they made so many excuses for Ricky Burns it wasn't even funny. I was like, dude, his jaw is good, his toenail is good. Like they would just make all kind of excuses. Man, but everybody got biased, people or whatever, and everybody was biased at one point in time. But when you getting paid to be, professional, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But next week's card gonna be crazy. Showtime, man. I think Devin gonna get screwed if he put on a dominant performance. I think he gonna end up getting screwed just because nobody want to see Devin versus whoever. I'm not gonna say the name. Devin versus whatever that's going around. Mike, Smooth that you said your sources, been reporting. So nobody, man, they rather see Amir King Kong,
Right.
a more vulnerable fighter, face who. But
Right.
I hope no fighters get screwed next week, man. I really
Man,
don't,
I
cause I
hope,
swear.
yo, I told y'all, man, I might make a stand. I might not watch that fight. I might
Which
I might not watch Showtime. I might watch HBO, even though HBO is crap. I mean, the boxing and the quality of the actual boxing is very good on HBO. It's just that the people broadcasting are, what I'm saying, casuals. But Showtime,
Except Al Bernstein. And I like Paulie. I like Paulie.
no,
I really do
I love
like Paul. I don't
Showtime.
think Paulie. I really don't think Paulie's.
No, I love Showtime. I love Showtime.
Okay.
But my issue is with the you know who. I don't really want to say his name, but
Oh, okay.
I feel like in order for Showtime to make the fight that we want to see happen, the fight that's going to make boxing come back to its glory days, it's for Showtime to have a damn bomb. And Amir Khan can't have a whole bunch of people watching and then win this fight, because then we'll never see that Manny Pacquiao showdown like we deserve.
Right.
Devin Alexander's our only hope, man.
He is.
And he can do it. He can go out there and whoop his ass. It's not like he's some, people saying, he the underdog, and I guess you could look at it, he should be, but I personally think he's gonna win the fight. I really do think. I like what I've seen from him lately. I like his confidence, and I think that he's not overlooking anybody, underestimating anybody anymore. And I'm not counting out either guy, you know what I'm saying? But Devin Alexander, for people that just saying that he's some shot-worn 27-year-old fighter, which is crazy, or he just don't got the skills to match up, man, Devin is our only hope to prevent that crap fight from happening. I swear, I'd rather watch Devin face old boy than Amir Khan. Amir Khan, man. Oh man, I don't want to hear Amir Khan talking about old boy for like 6 months straight, and then get in the ring with him and get dropped in the first round. And like, whoa, okay.
You know what? We're gonna kind of change the subject here, and this I'm thinking about. We might have to do a full show on this, but I just want to ask this question to y'all too now. Who, in y'all opinion, is the fighter in boxing history that gets the most excuses made for him?
Damn, man. See, that's a loaded question.
Mike Tyson.
I agree 100%. That's exactly who I was gonna say.
Okay. I definitely can see that.
I know, because I made the excuses for him. I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. I know. I've said everything. Like, they sent him to jail. I don't know. They put him on medicine against Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff I done made up for him that I've never made up for anybody else.
You know what? It's kind of funny. I was having a debate with a few guys earlier today, and I was trying to. I approached it with friendly matters, but after a while they started. Oh well, Mike Tyson is this, and he could do this. The topic
I know
was,
what you're talking about, Mike.
The topic was, could Mike Tyson versus George Foreman, and how do they think it would play out? And I'm seeing people saying casual things like Mike Tyson would knock George Foreman out in 30 seconds, and I'm just like, what the hell? What the fuck is wrong with you?
They talking about old George Foreman?
Yeah. Well.
They just saying he'll beat George Foreman. Period. Is basically what they were saying. And I was telling them I couldn't see it happening.
Not prime versus prime. No. If Mike would have got to him when he was, in his prime, and George was whatever old age he was, absolutely, yeah, Mike wins. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna disagree with that, because honestly, when Mike Tyson and his team was offered that fight, they turned that down.
Yeah, but Mike was pretty ferocious at the time. And the thing is, when George would have been old, George's mobility wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he would
have
to sit there and eat some.
And that little cross defense. My bad. My bad.
No, go ahead.
In the defense he did again, that little cross defense when he put his hands up, man, Mike Tyson would have ripped him to the body, then took the left hooks and right hands up top, man. I ain't saying he would have beat him, but I'm just saying, he would have been hitting him.
Hey, and the only thing I'm gonna respond with that, name me one fighter, one come forward fighter who beat George Foreman like that.
But Mike Tyson was special in his prime, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm gonna say it like this: it was only one man, only one guy stopped George Foreman, only one, and that was Muhammad Ali, the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Well,
yeah, but in order for George Foreman to come back in Mike Tyson's prime, he would have to come back off of like long layoffs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He quit for a long time. But I'm saying, we're talking prime versus prime. Absolutely, George Foreman beats him. I mean, you see what he did to Joe Frazier. But
Easily beats Mike Tyson in his prime.
but when you talk George Foreman, you're talking two versions of him. You're talking George Foreman grill George Foreman, and you're talking George Foreman the mummy
Bust
that
your
was just
grill.
so.
All right,
Uh,
well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a blast overall. My grade for the HBO card tonight, which is I expected a lot out of this card. I give this card a D because I mean
Whoa.
don't get me wrong. Overall, I mean the fights were entertaining, but the judges, the ring doctors, the commentary, that was atrocious, and that really took away from this card, in my honest opinion. I give it a D.
I give the fights a B,
Okay, I
and I
agree
give
with
I give the whole broadcast and all of that stuff. I give it an F tonight, and that way down. Yeah, if I'm doing those two, yeah, I probably end up at a D too. I didn't
that.
really think about all that, but the fights were good. Don't get me
Right,
wrong. The
the fights were
fighters,
good.
all you guys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all fought your hearts out. Even the guys that, you know, didn't get the raw deal, like Delorme, you know, he still came to fight. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
fought his ass off. De La Rosa, he was coming on and then he got knocked out, and then you know, Lemieux did a hell of a job, you know.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, fighters, I'm not mad at the fighters. I'm just mad at the telecast. I'm mad at um not the refs tonight. I think the refs did a pretty good job tonight. I think that whoever was doing the scorecards mad at that, and Max Kellerman, you can EAD, brother.
Uh, all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna put a close to the show tonight. And like I say, overall, me and JG and Smooth Cat, damn, I'm talking in third person. And Big Cool, we gave y'all our assessment on it. You guys know the deal already. Go to the comment section, leave your comments, let us know what you think, and we'll definitely get back to you at our earliest convenience. Also, hit the like button, go over to Facebook, like Colossal Boxing Talk the page. We constantly come with different collages talking about current fights, current situations in boxing, all type of things like that. So I mean, like I said, just keep supporting us. The movement is real. We just updated the website with the full December schedule, so you can go check that out as well. And like I say, just keep supporting Colossal Boxing Talk, and we'll be here to stay. Also, support the You Don't Know Shit About Boxing show that's done by none other than JG himself.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a show this week. Oh, it's gonna be a show this week. HBO, I'm coming after your ass.
Yes, sir. HBO, your ass is grass. Well, that's all, folks.